Hi, this is CFM Rocks. I'm out here, it's minus 21 feels like, and I'm out here checking ice, getting the details on different locations to let you know where you can fish on Couchaching. Today, I'm going to tell you where. Stick around to the end of the video, okay? Hit that like button if you love ice fishing. Early ice fishing is fun, just be safe. See you at the end.
Warning, 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 warning.
If you got a channel on YouTube, you're going to want to check this guy out. Alright, his name's Kirk Burnin. He does laser engravements. You'll see he's always in my descriptions. He does laser engravement business cards, channel merch. Just go check out his page, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Look it up. Look at laser engraved metal cards with a QR scan, okay? Of course, always outdoor junkie. Changed my life forever out on that ice, let me tell you. So I literally brought minimal gear. I brought my ice picks, I brought a whistle, I got my float suit on, got my pants tucked in, I got a chisel, a sled, and a burner for warmth. It's minus 21 right now. Oh, hello, killer. Now you're probably wondering, why do I keep coming over to this entrance? Well, I like to find spots away from everyone. And second of all, this happens to be a pretty popular launch out for snowmobiles. So, it's just another bay area, you know, projecting to north to south, east to west, that can determine and tell you what's going on with the ice. Now you can see, even up close here, what happens to the ice as that snow lays down. It starts getting very slushy. And though you would think, with all this cold temperatures, it would still freeze up, it actually insulates it, creates a barrier of warmth, and starts slushing on the ice. So, ideally, going to spud out, giving it a good whack. Look at that. Oh yeah. Okay. Before I go any further, I want to show you. Okay, these are your typical safety gear you need to have for early ice fishing. It's real simple. Okay, a spud bar. You have a spud bar, little pole sled, of course, because you don't want to walk with all this heavy stuff you got to bring out for early ice. You have your ice picks. Okay, now I brought a little Coleman heater. This thing, I can just pop it on the ice, put my hands over it, warm up in a break, kind of help the hands out. You know, tend to get a little cold as you're getting out there and checking the ice and putting your hands under there. Now, some guys say pull out a measuring tape, but if you own a spud bar, you'll know exactly how much this measures right here. Here to here, that's it. Okay? My boy Jacob, I tried to do it today this morning, but I wanted to put the inch marks on here so I could hook onto the bottom. I thought that was a great idea. If you don't know who he is, Jacob Shanon on YouTube. He slays fish. He's new to the area of YouTube and putting videos out there. I really think he's worth following and checking out and supporting. Help his channel push, because he's out there putting the work in with us. Anyways, this is what you need. This is to be safe. And of course, I ain't intending on going out fishing out there until I know I can get to my spot, which is away from everybody. It's a new kind of area for me, so that's what I want to do. So let's try and get out there. The sled is super light, so I'm going to actually pull it out with me. But the idea is I want to try and cross this bay. I really do. There's a secondary point over there. For those that don't know, I went over and fished that Tud Hope Point, oh, I don't know, 5 days ago. maybe more. I went and fished the point, not Tud Hope Park, the point. And I know a fella was out doing ice reports. He made a comment on his social media about people out there ice fishing. Yeah, it is probably me, boy. And I'll tell you why. Because I check more. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's solid, man. Look at this. Okay. I'm liking that. I'm liking it. The other thing I noticed, if you look out here, do you see any slush? You see any slush? I don't see any slush. Now you gotta pound that spot in there. I want to feel whether or not I can feel it in my feet. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Matt from Outdoor Junkie. Sounds like he's going to be kicking off his season real soon for the guiding. If you haven't heard from him, you haven't been out there, you need to experience that. It'll change your fishing game and change your catch. Look at that. Just beautiful. We're almost at snowmobile weather out here. Oh, okay. That feels a bit weird. Look at that. Okay. See? Let me see this. Watch this. One hard spud. You see that? Okay. Watch again. Right through. Now, it could be because there is a bit of a water flow in this bay. So what I'm wondering now, I know that they usually have running water over here by these docks. It even looks like there's a sink point right here. You can see how the snow gets lower. Okay, now here's the crazy part. 5 feet, not even, look. Oh, I'm not even walking a foot without spudding. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Okay, I'm not gonna hold my spud bar to my side, walk out with the intention of falling through and having the spud bar catch the hole. That alone, even if you're in a bad position, can give you hypothermia and kill you before you even get to the hospital. So the idea here is to not fall in and to educate people to use safety at the most crucial point. Like, you literally need to take this seriously. I watched probably 17 guys come out on a lake crappie fishing, walking over areas that me and my boy spotted, knowing it was not safe, and they just kept walking. No spud bar. Okay, this is looking good. Somewhere over there for whatever reason. Let's see. See, like, it's, you can walk on this. I could get across. Okay, no problem. The problem is it takes one spot. Okay, like, look at that. Okay, we're getting there. One more thing I want to explain for people out doing the early ice or even mid ice fishing. You're going to find some areas, especially when snow falls, where when you first get on the lake, it's going to look like this. Okay, right? Slush. Pound through the slush and feel the ice. Soon as you get out a distance, look, no more slush. It's because the water will come up the shorelines and come through and back up on the ice, right? This would be the weakest area closest to the shore. There's heat that comes off the rocks and the ground and the weeds. It creates a lot difference of how, you know, the ice is going to form not only on top but underneath. Okay. Oh, that's a nice puppy. Very friendly. I got some bad news. She's closed off. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, if they're going to open it up, but from the other ice reports of me showing you, they're dredging and doing all the work. They have a big machine parked there, and they have a gate going right across the boat launch where you would typically launch your snowmobiles. And then of course, you know, you have all this parking. So let's go over and check and see and get a little closer look, see what's going on. Yeah, she's gated right off. I'm gonna take a little quick walk. I mean, they even have this huge barrier there too. I'm wondering if they're keeping it parked there till after the holidays. I don't know. It looks like they're finished up from the work they were doing over there. They have all these barges here, floating docks, if you will, to take all the debris and stuff, but they have the whole boat ramp blocked right off. I'm assuming that they're likely doing this intentionally to keep people away from this area, or maybe they'll take it out in a couple weeks. I don't know. Doesn't look so promising. So this access may be compromised for this season. I'm not sure yet. I wanted to do a quick little experiment, okay? I'm on the beach side of Couchaching over here by downtown. Now what I want to experiment for my own knowledge, and of course you can put it in chat, but here is a beach, Lake Couchaching, okay? Now, I want to see what is the ice difference being out on this, opposed to if I walk, let's say 20 feet to 50 feet that way and start getting off the sand. Already, right now, I can tell you, it is slushy as heck, okay? I can feel it, it's wet. I'm punching right through almost. Okay, look how much slush is here. All right, look at this. Why is that, but not on the other side of the lake? Look at, okay. Okay, not even like, look at how much it's just coming up too. See all the water pushing up on the ice? That's not typically what you want. Okay, well I want to see what the deal is, because I've seen guys doing ice reports and they're walking out on the beach side, but I go walk 100 feet the other way and like it's, look at that, just coming up. Look how fast that water's coming up. Okay, no good, man, no good. Beach side weak. Okay, either side, Tide Hope or this side, it's weak. And you notice how I sputted even to there, okay? That's not intending to get wet. That's not showing people how to do it wrong. Spud it right. I'm not even gonna go any further, man. Look at this water still rising up on these, still. So, no. Let's go to the next spot. All right, we're just here at the familiar area for most people, Borland Street and Bay. I'm just about to go down the road here and go and see what the ice is like. Here's the first thing I will tell you. Parking is tough here. You can't park over here, and you have to park ahead of these signs. So that leaves you about, oh, I don't know, 20 feet, 50, 15. Yeah, I'd say about, I mean, you got the parking lot in front of you. So one, maybe two, three cars can park here at max. somebody may have been out here recently. My GoPro died, of course. I thought I could do it on one battery, but so now I'm forced to use my phone. So I'm gonna warm my hands up before I get out there, and I'll probably spud first, and then come out and show you what the deal is out here. It looks like somebody has been out here recently. Would have been probably before this last snowstorm. So they walked out pretty far, it looks like. So this is where I stop. I'm gonna warm my hands up here. Part of warming up your hands, man. It's part of YouTube and holding that phone. The GoPro definitely is a lot useful in this case, because you don't have to have your bare hands out holding devices. You can kind of just do it hands-free. But it is what it is, boys. Get out there and do it. You know what I mean? This ain't about views. This is about education. For the people that do like, feel free to subscribe. And if it helps people get safe and get out there fishing, that's what it's all about. Okay? Let's go check the ice. Okay. So I want to show you, now we're starting to see something here. Okay, let's clear this snow. Watch, listen, sounds solid. Right? Look at this. What's under there? Black ice. Okay? So now we're getting out of the slush. We're getting into some black ice, but I want to show you this. Of course, this isn't far, okay? Watch this. 2 hard hits, okay? Let's take a look at the ice. It's looking good though. Typically, walking out here, I would fish on this. Okay. Yeah, going to the spot, that's not a lot of ice, my friends. That's the edge. You're probably looking at 3.5, maybe 4 of clear ice. Again, come out here, bring your spud bars. But I ain't even far enough yet to hit 20 feet of depth that I know of. So unless I try to get out there a little further, it's still kind of pointless to come out on this side fishing. But you know, you can catch jumbo perch in 10 feet of water, no problem. But ideally, I'm going for the predators to hunt those perch. So, as you can see, I'm going to show you the hole there that I opened up. Every 50 feet, I'm checking. So I spud to that 50 feet, and I put a hole in there, and I check the ice. Make sure, you know, I should even probably be going a little bit less than that, maybe every 20 to 30, because it can change depending on the wind and how it's growed underneath this snow. And now with the snow going over top of it as much as it has, it's very hard to know anything without clearing out the ice and looking. You can't just spud through. Like, after watching guys walk on probably 2 inches of crappy ice and make it, now I even check more, because you think you know until it's too late. So let's check this out. Let's see, how much ice do we have? Okay. To me, it looks pretty close to 4. I know that my hands they're cold because, you know, that's how much ice I'm standing on right now. That looks pretty darn good. Let's put the spud up to it. Okay. If you want to know how much this spud width is, measure it. Okay? We put that on flat. Take a look. I'd say you're looking at probably about, oh, I don't know, 3, close to 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4 inches of clear black ice under the snow. And one thing that I'm noticing is if you look over here, look. Now the water's come up through here, but look, it's not wet. Okay, that's crystal black ice. Ideally, that is what you want. This, to me, so far, has seemed like walkable ice. Walkable. And again, minimal gear, very lightweight. Bring your, your friends, but spread out. You know what I mean? But right now, what I'm seeing is another spot that typically could be fished. Let's go out even further. Feel free to leave it in the comments. But it come all the way over here. Look at the size, like it's all one parallel line. That's the crazy part. You're not seeing a whole bunch of footsteps side by side or 4 legs. You're literally seeing something that walked across here in a complete single file. Like literally foot in front of the other, foot in front of the other. Is that a human or is that an animal? But they made it super far. So, I don't know. Put your comments in the chat. What, who crossed this lake before me? So, once again, another 50 feet. Now, what bothered me is as I started walking, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a low spot. You can see it here where this is snow, fresh snow, is looking about 1 inch or 2 lower than the main surface of the snow. As soon as I started coming up to here, that's where I was like, okay, you know what? Leave the sled for a second. Let's go check this out. I don't want to go across or even try to go around it. So typically that's what I'm going to do. So sure enough, okay, let's clear a spot. And look, right away I'm starting to see water again. This is a low spot in the lake right here on the ice. But I want to show you something else. Watch this. 2 hits. Watch the water coming up. Okay? This is why you bring a spud bar every time you go ice fishing. Because what might look good 10 feet behind you, that is a lot thinner. That's probably about 2.5, maybe 3. It's clear, but no good. That's about as far as I'm gonna go. But I sure made it a good distance. But that's about as far as I'm gonna go out this way. Because you can see it's a low all the way. You can see it. It goes all the way across, and I think even the deer knew better. If that's what it was, the deer or the moose, I don't know. Whatever it was big. But he went that way too. And it looks like he went right around that low spot. So, now we can get a better view. Check it out. See all those dots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some closer into shore. 9, 10, 11. There's guys walking out. Okay? Where is that? Now, nobody is in front of the Tud Hope Beach. You understand? Nobody is in front of the Tud Hope Beach. They're all off to the side, coming off that point. It's quite nice.